So tonight, let's see if I can answer a question for you. What is the best way to get sober? If you're on this journey of sobriety, maybe you've dabbled in trying to put down a drink or a drug, you would understand that there are lots of ways to try and get rid of your worst vices. And trust me when I say there is no shortage of gurus or people online claiming they know the exact answer, the exact method to getting sober by tomorrow. Now, but truthfully, there are a lot of people online that claim to have this idea or the answer to the equation of how do I get sober and in a short amount of time. Well, let me tell you, nobody has the real answer to this question. Now, you might think that sobriety is always found through, say, a 12-step program. Maybe you went to a 90-day rehab. Maybe you're one of those people that can just take their vice, set it down, and forget about it for the rest of your life. I'm not one of those people. There are an endless supply of ways that you might become sober or a sober person. But I went to Facebook like I usually do, and I spoke to a couple of people that have already been down that journey, that are in sobriety, and they had some really particular answers. What's hilarious is I posted this, and the first answer I got was a little bit of skepticism towards that question. It said, is the answer to this not automatically subjective, and therefore wildly sprawling and different by its very nature, and therefore, as it were, technically unanswerable, being in that there is no discernible best way to achieve this goal? You're definitely right. There's no best way, but the reason we want to answer questions like this is because when we get multiple avenues that people have gone through to get sober, we can educate everyone on lots of options and different ways that they can conquer their worst vices. I got some short answers. One was to want to be sober. That's where you start. I'd agree. You got to want to get somewhere and have like a clear vision of where you want to go in order to get there. The next one was rigorous honesty. That's true. One of the things that I did while, being super drunk was I just held everything in. I just turned a blind eye to all the bad things that I was doing and wasn't honest with myself and with others about my problem and where I was headed. And where I was headed was a dark place. This one was pretty good. Finding value elsewhere and learning disdain for your past behavior varies per individual, but I think this sums it up pretty well. Yeah, I'd say so. I found value in relationships. I found value in new hobbies and habits that created really healthy coping mechanisms that I could use on the day-to-day so that I wouldn't have to self-medicate myself with a mind-altering substance like alcohol. This was super neat. I got an anonymous text from somebody that said, "Hey, I saw your Facebook post about what it takes to get sober. Didn't want to comment on the post, but if you wanted to use this for an anonymous source, you can." It said, "For me, it was a combination of the threat of becoming homeless for the second time in 6 months and the threat of cutting ties with people that I didn't want to lose that made me really think about what alcohol meant to me. So in a nutshell, the ultimatum of becoming homeless and losing people that I loved or losing alcohol helped me get sober." See, the truth is that pain is our greatest tool. When we go through experiences, when we have trauma, if we can learn to flip those around and learn from our mistakes and from the bad things that happen in our lives, we move forward to an upper tier level of life that no one would ever expect. It's true that there's no clear answer about what the best way is to get sober, but what we can find or connect, the cohesiveness, what we can devise from all of these answers is that from those that have already gotten sober, what we find they did was they got super honest with themselves and they decided to put down some things that were tearing apart the very fabric of who they were as people. And after they were honest with themselves and someone else, they decided to build on positive habits and hobbies that built a better lifestyle for them and the people around them. So in order to stop doing your worst vices, in order to move to a new level of life by not doing the worst things imaginable, we first got to be honest with ourselves, reach out a hand and say, "I need help," and then go find that path that's right for you. Whether that be a 12-step program, whether that be a 90-day rehab, you're going to find it along the way. And if you're thinking about stopping, well, you're on the right path already. Truth be told, in this new season of life, in this new year of 2022, I hope that you find sobriety. I hope that you put down any of those habits or hobbies that you don't enjoy, that are taking the life out of you, sucking the life out of you, and decide to move forward in a positive and life uplifting way. Don't forget, if you've made it this far, leave a like down below because it helps spread the message of sobriety. And if you go a little bit further, maybe look down below at our Teespring page and go grab a hoodie or a shirt to help celebrate, tell your story, and to help us build a lifelong brand that you can wear and we can enjoy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.